Okay, I think we are live, I believe. If we just everything does get sorted, I think everything looks good, sounds good. Hopefully everything is going well. So yeah, hello. Basically, we are here for the Sunday matches here for the NRL round 23. Basically, these matches do have some form of significance today. I feel like, well, mainly to say the speak for the Titans, maybe is probably to avoid the end up avoiding Will and Spoon, and obviously the later game is the for the Canberra Raiders. That is a quite actually a massive match for them, as they've got to play the Knights in a chance to really make the finals interesting, because pretty much it all comes down to like an absolute like interesting situation because of
but all eventually,
with the losses that South Sydney and Brisbane got over the last week, it's really opened up the finals race now for Canberra to potentially swoop in. Obviously, it's not entirely in their own hands. They've still got to basically, get some results to go in their favour. But it's very open for Canberra to come in. But before that, obviously, we've got to do this match. So, what's to say, really? It's basically the Gold Coast Titans finally got a win after a conceded row of losses, as they belted Manly, which was it was a very decent result for them. The kind of thing is like it was a long term coming for them. It's just it was very much needed, and they finally got their result. In terms of the Dragons, they had a very close game, and pretty much a game for their season against Canberra. It was a very close affair, but the Canberra Raiders were just able to sneak home with the win, pretty much putting an end to the hopes for the Dragons to make the finals. But yeah, basically that's pretty much all the hype really going into this match. It's the Dragons, they're out, they can't make finals. And it's more so the Titans are the more motivated team, as they want to avoid the wooden spoon, especially after what happened last night between the Roosters and the Tigers, which was, I watched that whole game. That was not good. That was a lot of problems from that. But it's hard to say. It just felt bad, like genuinely, like the biggest loss that the West Tigers have ever had. It's actually unbelievable. But anyways, we are going now into the team list for this match. So we currently have got, for both teams, this is all the updated ones, unless there's any last minute changes. But here we go. So starting off with the home team, the St George Illawarra Dragons. Got Cody Ramsey at fullback. Got Matthew Fagai and Tartal Moga on the wings, of Moses Mbai and Zach Lomax in the centres. Got Tartal Amoni at 5'8", with Ben Nunn at halfback. Jack DeBellin and Blake Laurie at the props, with Andrew McCullough as hooker. Josh Maguire and Jaden Sooner in the second row, with Jack Bird starting at lock. And the interchange consists of Aaron Woods, Michael Mollo, Jaden Sullivan and Francis Mollo, with the reserve player being Tyrell Fuimaono. Afternoon, National Sports Loaded. Hope you're reeling from the big win the Parramatta had last night. Well, yesterday afternoon. It was man. Hopefully, all I just pray for this game is that there is a these two matches are hopefully somewhat close. They're not absolute blowouts like last night. But they just showed up on the screen here. The NRLW are the NRLW Dragons beating the NRLW Titans 26-12. I do know that the Knights women's team do play later tonight against the Broncos, which should be an interesting encounter. But we go on to the men's Titans team now. So we've got fullback Jaden Campbell. We've got Jojo Fafita and Greg Marju on the wings, with Philip Sami and Patrick Herbert in the centres. AJ Brimson at 5'8", with Tanner Boyd at halfback. Tina Fasula Malawi and Jared Wallace starting props, with Sam McIntyre at hooker. David Fafita and Bo Thurmore in the second row, with Isaac Liu at lock. Interchange consists of Jamin Jolliffe, Herman Esiesi, Moeka Fodawaker, and Paul Turner, with Corey Thompson being the injury replacement. But yeah, this game's kind of it's a bit weird to predict. You're excited to see South Ohana's sister debut for Newcastle tonight. I'm just very much excited to see this whole Knights team. Because I was looking, because they did a video basically saying like, oh, who the players are and where they're from, and got a bit weirded out because there was actually a few from Port Stephens, which was actually pretty cool because that's where I'm actually from. There was like one was from Nelson Bay and the other one was from Raymond Terrace, which is kind of mental to think about because Raymond Terrace is actually where I went to high school, so it's kind of an interesting revelation. I'm very excited to see how they can go. Probably can't be able to watch it because I am going to work probably by the time that match does start. So yeah, but this game is hard to predict. I don't know. I feel like the Titans are going to be the more motivated team here. But then again, it's like you don't know. The Dragons might want to see themselves out happy. You don't. I just hope this match is actually competitive. Obviously, probably not on the same lines of South Sydney and Penrith, but there probably won't be that level of quality. But, something along those lines where the game actually is interesting and close and not basically what happened Friday and Saturday. So hopefully a nice change of pace. You watch any Prem's game this morning? I did watch, not from this morning, but I did watch Spurs and Wolverhampton last night. It was like Spurs should have won like 3-0, but they just couldn't convert their chances, personally. Did see Palace with a decent win as well. I know Arsenal got up as well. Arsenal 3 from 3. I know there's a bunch of games later on tonight at like 11 o'clock. Should be interesting to see, to say the least. Yeah, the Prem's looking interesting. It seems like there's actually some really good competition coming from the London clubs. But, yeah, it not from United, but who knows if that matters. So, incoming with the polls at the moment, there's 6 votes currently, as we're about 13 minutes away from kickoff. Out of contention or on the road? No, the Titans, both. I think both teams are out. Yeah, basically, it is currently 4 votes to 2 in favour of the Dragons to take the win. I don't know why they're doing this on contention or on the road because City lost again as well. Lol, how shit are they at the moment? Wait, what? Wait, Subhill Fraser. Wait, City. You're talking Manchester City? Is that what we're? There's probably some other city I'm trying to think about. Leicester. No, it'd probably be Leicester, wouldn't it? Leicester City would probably be the... I'd think. Yeah, Leicester aren't going... Yeah, I think it might be Leicester. Yeah, Leicester ain't going too well. I'm glad to see that Jamie Vardy has signed an extension. I think he'll probably stay there till he's retired, I mean. But yeah, Leicester aren't going too well. I don't think they're going to get relegated, but it's all could do. Go, listen, United, go fuck yourselves, taking our CDM. Honestly, I think what my mate said to me about the whole Casemiro situation, and it's like, it's genuinely like seems like he's just it's a paycheck. Is like to go to like I don't know, not like a retirement home, but like it is weird. It's like of signing Casemiro. I know because. I know the whole Frankie de Jong situation isn't working. I know we offered it was like 150 million for João Felix, and he just straight up, the Atletico just said no. Apparently we're meant to be signing Anthony from Ajax. It's a whole weird saga. It's just all this weird media speculation that before we match with Liverpool on Tuesday, which is that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so fun. Imagine having Ronaldo, Casemiro, and Varane, and getting captain by Maguire. The thing is, I personally think Maguire gets too much shit, to be honest. Honestly, he hasn't been. I think the whole team's just been collectively shit. And the problem is, though, Varane. I don't think Varane started this season yet, has he? He's mostly been playing. Oh, he's mostly been on the bench. I mean, Ronaldo was on the bench. How many points is Benjamin Hunt behind for winning the Dally M? I don't know, actually, because isn't it like these last couple of rounds, it goes behind doors, so we don't know? I think it's like the last, I was like 4 or 6 rounds, or it's like 4, 6, or 8 rounds, all the tally goes behind closed doors. For like officially. But yeah. So we've got about 10 minutes now till we get underway with the Dragons Titans match. I hope this match goes well. I personally have tipped the Titans to win this. It's weird. It's like I think the Titans have got more motivation going into this game. Dragons going to potentially go into a little bit of a lull because it's now officially they cannot make finals. So it's like, what's the point? Mentality or whatever. But yeah. So yeah, pretty much in terms of what else is happening, immediately after this, we're going to go straight over for the Knights Raiders game. Basically, it's a big game for Canberra. Pretty much must win to stay in, very much close in finals contention. Because there's possibly potential that Brisbane could actually not make finals. Which would be interesting to say, the very least. Those are the loss by Brisbane and Souths really has opened it up for Canberra to potentially jump over people and get into the finals. Have you heard the rumours about Corey Parker considering being the Titans' assistant coach? I've not heard that rumour actually. That's odd. That's a bit Does Corey Parker have any coaching experience? Like, it's a genuine question. Like, I'm not really sure if there is. So, Knights versus Raiders. So, I've got to write this down probably at halftime for the team list. My team is competing for the wooden spoon next year. I don't know. I think Para will... I don't know. The whole thing with, like, the way Para are at the moment. I think they... I don't think they'll compete for the spoon. I think the Tigers and the Knights will be battling that for years to come. But I don't know. By the way, it's hard to say with Parramatta about like what's going to happen with next year. Isn't Trent Barrett the assistant coach now? I saw something about Trent Barrett. Is that what has happened? I'm assuming he's the assistant now. You've also got Nathan Brown as like a youth consultant or something along the lines with the development of the of players. So it's interesting. It's very much interesting. It's yeah, to say the least. But yeah, we're getting very close. 7 minutes. Yeah, he's assistant for next year. That's I mean, I swear Trent Barrett was an assistant. I'm fairly certain he was assistant before a coach. I remember, but he might have gone straight to coaching. I'm not too sure. I actually don't even remember when Trent Barrett retired. It was ages ago at this point. He was trying to find some room to fill in a role for the Broncos, but it looks like there is no room for him. And since he wants to take part of any coaching role, looks like only Queensland team is the Gold Coast. That would be interesting. I feel like if Corey Parker and Holbrook, that would be interesting to say. That might work. Also, got his name. The Roosters player and the Knights player helps Moses. He's got Nathan. Yeah. It's a bit of a it's a very interesting coaching system that Parramatta have been developing. For next season, it's just be nice if the Knights could make an action about their coach. It's the Mr. I know how to win championships with the kicks. Oh, shit. What? Why is this extended? What the hell? Yeah, I keep forgetting this for some reason just expands for no reason when you get like nearer and closer to the match, so that's good enough. Righto. It's Andrew Johns. Oh yeah, that's right, yeah. Maybe? Yeah. I remember I don't know, it's a whole it's like really because I was also thinking it's like Corey Parker because I just realized Redcliffe. Is it Redcliffe didn't offer him anything, or like the Dolphins? I don't know. If, no, is it the Knights monitoring there, which makes sense now. It's I don't know. It's like Johns is just. I personally just don't think that like. The problem is though, is like if we hit 2,000 subs by the end of the stream, then Z-Tank will start an OnlyFans. Paddy, you would not be. I don't know if you'd be shocked to know this, but I have to know. But that'd be interesting. Yes, make it happen. Oh, for fuck's sake! You don't want. I don't want to scar you. Don't trust me. You don't want that to happen. But okay, getting close now. Right to about kickoff. There has been 8 votes now in the chat, and it's a 6-2 in favour of St George. So I do have a multi for this game. I actually don't know what it is. Let me just search it up quickly. It does involve the Titans to win. It's a 4-leg multi. It's not. I mean, it's like. It's one of those. We might as well just let it out before the game does kick off. So we have Jojo Fafita and David Fafita to score for the Titans. Cody Ramsey to score for the Dragons. Titans to win and paying $23. So I'm hoping for both Fafitas to score today. To say at the very least, it's hopefully would be hopefully it would work. But yeah, but it's weird. Fafita's been a bit. Like I like David Fafita. It's just that it's a bit. He has like one really good game, and then he's a bit coasting. Like he's still a great player and like very much deserving of the money that he's getting. He's done more than Ooh. I don't even know what kind of Knights team is even forming with the amount of players that are out. I actually don't even know what the team is. I think it's going to be an absolute night. It's going to be like a glorified New South Wales Cup team. But anyways, but before we can get into that Knights game, we have to start off with the Titans playing away at Wollongong. Do you think it should move to locks next season? Maybe. I'm not too certain. But it's at the Gong, so let's just get into the team list quickly. We'll start off with the Dragons. As you got Cody Ramsey at fullback, Matthew Fagai and Tatau Moga on the wings, with Moses Mbai and Zach Lomax in the centres. Talatau Amoni at 5'8", with Ben Hunt at halfback. Jack DeBellin and Blake Laurie at props, with Andrew McCullough at hooker. Josh Maguire and Jaden Sewer in the second row, with Jack Bird at lock. Aaron Woods, Michael Molo, Jaden Sullivan and Francis Molo make up the bench, with Tyrell Fuimaono as the injury replacement. And for the Gold Coast Titans, you got Jaden Campbell at fullback, with Jojo Fafita and Greg Margie starting on the wings, Philip Sammy and Patrick Herbert in the centres, AJ Brimson at 5'8", with Tanner Boyd at halfback. Tina Fasua Malawi and Jared Wallace and the prop roles, with Sam McIntyre starting at hooker. David Fafita and Bo Thermore on the second row, with Isaac Leo as the lock. Interchange consists of Jamin Jolliffe, Herman Esiesi, Malika Fodawaker and Paul Turner. And the injury replacement for the Titans is Corey Thompson. So the Titans now come out onto Wynn Stadium. I actually thought this game was going to be at Cogra, but no, it's at probably the most scenic stadium in the NRL. I mean, I know Central Coast Stadium is a very decent looking like the landscape of it, but obviously it's only played like twice a season. So Tino is back, so it should be really good. I'm excited for this. I might as well just end the poll now. That is here. So there we go. 8 votes, 6 votes in favour of the Dragons. So it's a 75% majority thinking St George will get the job done. Oh, Blocker. Blocker just called the Dragons the Steelers. Oh, poor bloke. I mean, to be fair, it's in Illawarra. It's the red and white. I can understand it. It is the Illawarra Steelers. Obviously, he probably played against them multiple amounts of times in the 80s. So Aaron Woods is now coming out. Oh, it's Aaron Woods' 250th game. And out come the St George Illawarra Dragons. It's, of course, the Dragons are going to miss out on the finals, but it's still been a fantastic season for a player like Ben Hart, especially in terms of origin level. He's been arguably the most consistent halfback in the NRL. So Zach Lomax are coming out onto the field now with a... So it's going to be... I don't know. It's going to be an interesting game depending on how the wind is. The weather's actually very nice for a Sunday afternoon. And then you go to a Sunday afternoon 4 p.m. kickoff in Newcastle, which is honestly the ideal like time slot for the night. It's like, you know, it's like the nice afternoon sun and all that. So by the way it's looking, I believe it's going to be the Dragons that will kick things off. And I think they're going to be running screen right. So, and the kick will be underway. And yes, it is. The Titans will pick up the ball and have the first attack of the half as we are underway. And there's a good decent hit up there onto the 10 for the first tackle. Just trying to refresh the scoreboard. Hasn't hit yet. Bit of a decent hit there. So second tackle now on the 15. Oh, that's a bit of wobbling there by the Titans player. Oh, it's another big hit. Yeah, Philip Sami. Yeah, he's dizzy. I think he might have to come off here. It's a second. There was a big hit in the second tackle. And now the Titans now on their 30 for the fourth tackle. Okay, so this is behind. It probably will update soon though. So last tackle here for the Titans, only making it to their 40. And there's the kick from Tanner Boyd. And we'll now see the Dragons. Bit of the ball as Cody Ramsey will pick it up and it'll get all the way to the 25 for the first tackle. I need to just refresh this again just to make sure if it's actually on the right time here. But second tackle now for the Dragons as they're now just about on their 40. So potential very good set coming up. And it's tackle free. They're going to be bringing it back up for the held. Yep, Philip Sami is going to be told to go off the... Oh, what the hell? That was a massive high shot by Moses Mbai. I'm surprised that wasn't given a penalty. I'm actually surprised that that was not actually given a penalty. It was basically like arm straight across the neck. An immediate sub now for the Titans, as I'd assume. I don't know who would come in on the wing for on the centre for Sami. Maybe Paul Turner, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, but it is Paul Turner who comes on now. Last tackle now coming up for the Dragons as they're 35 away from the try line. They go off to the right-hand side. It's a high kick up in the air by Ben Hunt. There's a lot of pressure on the Titans. It's almost taken by Zach Lomax, but it is just about picked up by the number 14 of Greg Marju. Very easily, Lomax could have just stolen the ball right from him and gone over for the first try, but no, the Titans do hang on. Tigers now getting some run meters now. They're 25 on their third tackle. There's Beau Fermor. We'll get to the 35 for the fourth tackle. Former Knights player, which I've only just found out about. Thank you, BKR, for letting me know about that. I just casually just letting me know, and it was yeah, it's just the Knights are really good at not developing players. And when they go over to other clubs and they develop better. So there's the kick by Tanner Boyd, and it's picked up by Ramsey on the 20. He goes for the step, and he's almost made it to the 40 for the first tackle. I'm expecting a big game here from Cody Ramsey. Yes, that is now that's number 5. That is Tatau Moga on halfway for the second tackle. This is a good chance here for the Dragons to open up and get points. So third tackle now, 40 away from the try line. Subsione. Now it's a set restart now for the Dragons as they go down to the far right hand side of the field. They're now 30 away from the try line for the first tackle. Now it's a feed off now to the number 12 of Jaden Sewer, who will now be brought down 20 metres away from the try line. Now they're going to shift it off to the left-hand side now to more the Millers. Blake Laurie gives it off to Ben Hunt. Now they're going to try to feed it off to the left, but it gets stopped right in the middle. Third tackle, 15 out for the Dragons. Going to shift it off to the right-hand side now. There's Hunt. Long ball out. It's a big over the top here for the wing up, but he's going to get held up, and they're going to just keep him inside the field. So 5 out. 5 out, 4 to go. Fourth tackle. Money's ever played Rugby League 22 on mobile before? I think I have a few times. It's actually alright. Last tackle now, 10 metres out. Go down the short hand side, out to Lomax. Lomax still with the ball. And the ball's popped out. And it's grubber kicked. And it's grounded by Talatau Amoni. Wait. Am I behind on the stream? Now my stream's not working. Hang on. I think I might be behind, but it's a try for the Dragons. As that is Talatau Amoni, but I'm just trying to figure it out that I might be behind on the stream here, but yep, the Dragons have gone over. They might have to review it because it might have been it was an offload, but it maybe classes. I don't know if it touched the Titans' hand. We don't know, but now KO has just decided to straight up not work. Okay, KO. Might have to actually go specifically into the game stream, so I'll just bear with me here. I think you might be behind, yeah. Okay, so I'm now on the kick, so the try has been confirmed. So Talatau Amoni getting the first try for the Dragons. Here's a conversion attempt by Zach Lomax to make it 6-0. I'm watching it now and taking the conversion now. Yeah, okay, I'm back. I'm now level now. So there we go. He missed the conversion. Yeah, he's missed it. Yeah. Okay, we're on level. It was a flick offload, and it's a grubber kick by Talatau Amoni. Yep, fair play. Does come backwards. That's weird. That's a bit of a weird one because he does roll it up, but it also like rolls like and hits the side of him. But anyways, that is the opening try. So 6 minutes gone, 4-0 to the Dragons. And here's the kickoff to restart the match. Now 15 out for the Dragons is the first carry. Now get to the 25. Sup, Moxley? Which tackle you want now? Well, the third tackle's now just happened. So it just passed the 6 minute. So basically 6 minutes 15, and I think we're more level now. Now they're passing out to the right-hand side. It's Ben Hunt with the ball. Fends off the player. Gets another offload. That looked forward. Now that is Ramsey. Got my final exam tomorrow, thankfully. Is that HSC? No. Would it be HS? I'm not too sure if it's H. Or if it's just a regular exam. But yeah. Yeah, they do be apparently asked, but yeah. Glad that's the last one. There's the last tackle kick from the Dragons. It's taken by Jaden Campbell inside the try area, so it's going to be a 20-minute restart and a 7-tackle set for the Gold Coast. As Campbell takes the first hit up on the 0. Onto the 30 for the 0. And now this will be the first tackle. KO's stream has been actually quite jumpy. And now KO's just stopped working. That's third tackle for the Dragon. It's been very all over the place. Feeling a Nui win today. With the fact that that Bradman Best and Tawala are probably going to be out because of that that whole late bus situation. No way. Oh, the Dragons almost letting the Titans through there. Last tackle, 15 out for the Titans. Marsh's going himself. And that'll be the last tackle. So it'll be a changeover. There we go. So it's a changeover now. The Dragons have got the ball on their 5. I mean, the problem is though, like, in Canberra's, besides from like the players that are going to be out, the Dragons are going to come in with like massive amounts of not momentum, but like motivation because they can still make the finals. So I'm personally not feeling it that way. I don't think we're going to go well. It's a big run here by Blake Laurie. This will get brought down onto the 30 for the third tackle. So that is going to be another tackle. FOMO trying to go for a one-on-one strip here, but on the 45 is the fourth tackle. Now Sewer will... That's number 14 actually. That's not Sewer. That is... Is that Fuimano? There we go. Here's the last tackle kick. Right on halfway. Does take a bounce in front of Campbell. And Campbell will get wrapped up on the 25 for the first tackle. Big charge. I believe it's Paul Turner there. It's gotten the carry. No, it's it's Jojo Fafita actually. So they're on the 40 for the third tackle for the Titans. So we're about to cross into past the first 10 minutes. It's Tino with the ball. Gets an offload off down to the wing. That is Marju. Marju still going. Gets it off to Fermor. Fermor with the pass to AJ Brimson, and he's going to run all the way. And just like that, and I'll be right in front of the post, and AJ Brimson goes over right in front of the post, and it should be 6-4 to the Titans. Who do you think they're going to face in the SRL Grand Final? Cows or Souths? I'd personally like to see the Cows, personally, but because I feel like they do deserve to be in the Grand Final, but I don't mind either way. There we go, just good bit of play there, and it's opened up there, and AJ Brimson going over, and it'll be 6-4 to the Titans in no moment. Big run there. It was a big play there by Marshu, and Fermor getting the pass out to Brimson. Good flick ball. It was actually really good play there by the Titans. Almost puts his arm on the other line, the dead ball line there, but he does get the try there, and the conversion should be relatively easy. So, yep, here we go. Here is the conversion attempt. Tanner Boyd right in front. He could probably do it with his eyes closed. And he slots it straight down the middle as it hits the roof of Wynn Stadium, and it's now 6-4. In favour of the Gold Coast Titans. So, 2 tries in 10 minutes. This could be a really good game. if Titans win today, it looks like the Tigers are going to win the Wooden Spoon. I mean, with a performance like what happened Saturday, I think, yeah, they really... I think personally, no other team can really get it. So, yep, there we go. Philip Sami has failed his HIA. He will not be back for the rest of the game. And I mean, it is unfortunate. It was the second tackle where he got an absolute high shot from Moses Mbai, which was not penalised for. So there we go. There is going to be the kick from the Dragons. Almost a bit of faint there as Brimson will take the hit up and be brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. There's a bit of miscommunication between him and Wallace. So does that mean, okay, so for the case that, so with, let me try again, with Sami being out, does that mean Corey Thompson can be brought in as the injury replacement, or what actually has to happen for Corey Thompson to get brought in, or can he not? Going down the right-hand side here, there's David Fafita. I think that's his first carry of the game, and it's taken about 12 minutes. And now Tino coming in. Big offload here. Gets it off to McIntyre, and he'll get brought down 40 metres away from the try line for the last tackle. Boyd with a high kick. There's a lot of Titans runners here. Almost taken by Patrick Herbert. The ball's been bobbled around, and the Dragons will end up picking it up inside the 10. And Zach Lomax will be the one who picks it up and will be brought down on the 15 for the 0 tackle. It was a knock-on. Plus, this is the first time in a while two clubs this season have reached over 70 points, because I don't know the last two clubs have scored this much. But no, there is at least one, but man, it's crazy, yeah. And with that game as well, it's also the biggest margin loss, 66, since the West Tigers have formed in 2000. It's also, if you include Balmain's history, it's also the worst. And it's only the second worst in terms of Western Suburbs, where they lost 67-0 back in like 1910 to Souths. So it's monolithic bad as a last tackle kick 40 metres away from the try line for the Dragons. And it is taken by number 14. It is Marju onto the 25. As McCullough's now come off the field for the Dragons, has been replaced by Jaden Sullivan. Oh, it's a knock on there. It's a lost ball there by the Titans, and there'll be a scrum feed here for St George, 35 away from the try line. Yeah, big hit there by Ben Hunt, forcing the ball to come loose. So Joe Fafita will end up losing, making the error. Okay, so here we go. So scrum feed now for the Dragons. Just realised there was like a whole lot of dead noise. Lomax will go to the right and he'll get brought down. Oh, it's actually big, good post-contact carries. He's now 25 away from the try line for the first tackle. And now that is Blake Laurie. He gets to the 15 away for the second. They'll go down the short side again, the Dragons. Does get some passes out. Oh, and it's a bobble there. It's a double knock-on, but it's going to be the first knock-on from the Dragons. So it'll be a changeover for the... So it'll be a scrum feed for the Titans, 10 out. Miscommunication of where the ball is going between Jack Bird and Ben Hunt. No, wait, no, it might be different here. It's actually hit the legs of both players, and it's not a knock-on, and it actually then becomes a knock-on by the Titans. No, wait, what? No, it's Titans ball, okay. That's weird, because if you look in the replay, it hits both players' knees. It doesn't actually touch one of their hands, but anyways, it is a scrum feed. Oh, the ball's popped out. And now it's another knock-on by the Titans, 15 out. That's not really good. That's not really good to give the ball away there. As we're now just about hit 16 gone in this matchup. So McCullough's now off the field. Apparently it's a ligament injury, so he's gone for the match as well. So 2 players within 16 minutes, both ruled out of the match. So here we go. Ben Hunt to lay in the scrum, 15 out. Pass out to Ben Hunt. Tries to go short. And it's a set restart anyways, even though it was the first tackle, so it doesn't really add much. Now the Dragons go for the short. Oh, it's 0, but now it's the first tackle. Because that's Laurie about 2 metres short of the line here. Now it's going to go to the right. They've got numbers. Lomax is just short of the line now for the second tackle. Good defence there by the Titans. Dragons will shift it out more to the middle as Hunt. Flat ball to Jack Bird, and it'll get brought down 5 metres short of the line for the third tackle. Passing out back to the right again. Has that pass gone forward? No, it hasn't. Oh, he's going to go himself. Tatau Moga has grounded, but now the Titans are running away with it. There's no try awarded. Both thermals at the 50, the 30, the 20's brought down 15 away. Surely that's got to be a check that for a try. They're going to check to see if it's a knock on by Moga. So here we go. I thought he was going to get held up there, but he does reach out. They're going to check this to see if he's actually grounded it. Let's have a look. Fermor. Moga. Maintains possession. It's a try. He hangs onto it, and it's going to be a try to the Dragons. Almost somewhat similarly in terms of the South Tigers game from last year, but obviously wasn't a golden point thing. And then we go to Tau Moga. He knew he's got the try over, and he does, and it's now 8 points to 6 to the Dragons. What the heck? So why did the ref say play on from that? I think it's because the referee. I think what happened was because Fermor just picked up and started running. So I don't think the referee didn't call for anything because I mean it was really quick. But yeah, there we go. It's 8-6 in favour of the Dragons. And it's going to be another difficult kick here for Zach Lomax to try to convert to make it 10 points to 6. But just putting it down, and Brooks thought he'd won it, yeah. It was fair play for Tatau Moga because there was about 3 Titans players that were on him, and he absolutely got into it. So, again, right from the sideline here, is it Zach Lomax? No, it's not Zach Lomax. Is it? I can't tell. Or is that Ben Hunt? No, it's Zach Lomax. He missed his first kick, which was in relatively similar area. So this to make it a 4-point lead for the Titans. The Dragons, fuck it. Over the Titans is what I meant to say. And there's the kick, and it will go over. So he's 1 from 2 for the night, and it's going to be 10 points to 6 to the Dragons as we're about to cross into past the first 20 minutes of this match. To pass out to Toga, he has to go past Marju and Fermor. It was only the 2, but he does able to get the ground on. Here's the kickoff by the Titans to restart the game. Blake Laurie gets the first set up and we get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle. Down to the 25 for the second for the Dragons. It's passing out down to the wing. It's a good wrap-up tackle there by Fafita. Now it's fourth tackle now for the Dragons, just shy of halfway. Aaron Woods gets a flat ball out to Jack DeBellin, just short of breaking away there. Now down to the right-hand side here. It's the last tackle out to Toga. And that's going to be another try to the Dragons. It should be a double here for Moga, sorry. And they're going to award it. But he's in a bit of worse for wear. He must have landed badly. They probably might have to check to see if he does actually stay up. Because it did look very low when he grounded it. So Lomax gets the parts out to Mo. Oh, this might be close. Oh, I think it should be alright. This will be the camera angle to decide it. Lomax gets a flat ball from Ben Hunt and then just gets over to the wing. Tuts. Oh, it's his knee. I think it's his knee. I think it's almost simultaneous. His knee hitting the ground. But it's going to be interesting to see what the referees decided will be a try confirmed. I think it might be just got it down beforehand. So let's have a look. Yep, here we go. They're going to check it. The thing is, though, if the bunker... let's have a look. It's pretty much hard to tell. The try won't be given. It's pretty much simultaneous that the knee and the ball hits the ground. Yep, and it's going to be given no try. It was. I think it was the bunker did make the right call there. I think there probably would have been a little bit of contentiousness if that was given. It's hard to. Okay. It's literally like, at normal speed, it's pretty much like almost simultaneously. But yep, I think I agree. I think it was. I think it's the right call from the bunker. Second tackle, 25 out for the Titans now, and for Feeder, well, gets to the 30 for the third tackle as we've now crossed past the first 20 minutes of the match. Oh, big pass down. Tino's now on the run here. He's going to go right. He runs past everybody, but he gets ankle tapped. And he's 5 meters short of the line. What a run by Tino. Now here we go. 5 meters out. Last tackle for the Titans. Brimson. Long ball out to Fafita. Set restart. On the last tackle. And inside the 10 penalty. So it's the first tackle now. Huge chance here for the Titans. Now it's Wallace who goes for the run. 5 meters out from the line. Second tackle. Boyd to Brimson. Goes to the grubber. That's... I don't know why he grubbed it then. It was the second tackle. I think it's a bit of a silly decision there by Brimson. Now the Dragons being held up into their own. It's third tackle and they're only on the 15. So it's a good defensive set here from the Titans. Oh, what a hit by Sam McIntyre. The crowd was in shock and all. And there's the other kick. I was on the 30. That was a massive hit. There's apparently saying that Moses Imbai is now off the field with a hamstring injury. So players are starting to drop it at the moment. And Jojo Fifita gets brought down on the halfway line for the second tackle. Now it's number 21 for the... There's Paul Turner. He's 35 away from the try line. Now Jaden Campbell will get brought down 25 away from the try line for the fourth tackle. Now Boyd. It's a good bit of play now for feed up. Gets the flick pass back out to Brimson. Brimson still with the ball. Gets the ball out to the left-hand side. It's Fermor. And Fermor will get brought down 10 metres away from the try line now for the last tackle. Now Tanner Boyd. Long cross field kick. It's deep into touch. And that's a brilliant take there by the Dragons. It's taken by, I believe that's Josh Maguire. And Ramsey gets brought down on the 34, the 0 tackle. That was very close there because it was great that the other Titans players have gotten back. Because that could have very much easily just steered it into a run and a try. It's second tackle. I swear Blocker Roach doesn't actually... Oh, it's a big chance here. Down the line, Cody Ramsey will go to the corner, but he gets a pass out. That's a brilliant bit of play there. And it does get a reward. That is Matthew Fagai who goes over. And it's 14-6 to the Dragons. I swear... Blocker Roach, I swear, is a terrible commentator. It was a great run by Ramsey, and the inside pass is nice as well. Very much so. What happened is basically, he said, he called them Illawarra. He said both Fermor ran 90 metres when he only ran 70. And he just said that, oh, it was like, oh, great, we're already on the third tackle, we're already on halfway, when it was the second tackle. Because he keeps, I think it's because he probably forgot that the rule of, 7 tackle sets for a 20-minute restart. They're playing Limp Bizkit at Wollongong. There we go. So 14-6. So this should actually be converted relatively as well. So it'll be a 10-point lead here for the Dragons if they get that. Roll. They're playing... Yeah, I never thought I'd hear Limp Bizkit in an NRL game. It's interesting. Where was Max Fagai? Where has he been? Yeah, he hasn't really got much of the ball. Most of the ball's been on the right-hand side where Lomax and Moga is. But yeah, try confirmed. Lomax now for the conversion attempts again. That was actually another one relatively near the sideline. So here's a conversion attempt now by Zach Lomax. And it will go wide and it will... Oh, it did go over. I thought he missed it. From the angle, it looks like he's shanked it to the left. But no, it's apparently a goal. So it's 16-6 now to the Dragons. I'm assuming we'll probably just label that as a phantom goal. So there we go. Moses Mbai is out of this game. So 3 players have been taken out of this game within about 25 minutes. Dragons now getting to the 25 for the second tackle. Yeah, probably. Yeah, commentators were talking about Moses and Bio's hamstring. You'd think about, and they're saying that probably could be him dumped. I mean, there's 2 games remaining. Jack Bird now on the run. Jack Bird's actually had a good game so far, I'll say that. 40 metres away now, 4th tackle. DeBella now will get to 30 metres away from the try line for the 3rd tackle. Last tackle, actually. Shifts it off to Ben Hunt. Ben Hunt with another high kick. There's a lot of Dragons chasers. And it's a great take by Marju. No, I was talking about the other guy. Yeah, I have no idea where he is. Oh, Sui Manu for guy. I think that's one you're talking about, right? Yeah, I don't know where he is. But, yeah, so there was a sub there. Fodder Wakers now come on for the Titans. As it's 4th tackle now. Campbell gets brought down on the 35. That's number 16. That is my weaker Fodder Waker, who gets just shy of halfway for the last tackle. And Boyd with the kick. It's going to go probably straight to Ramsey on the 10. And Ramsey will take it. And Ramsey will run and he'll get brought down on the 15 for the first tackles. We've now got 13 minutes remaining in this first half. Now the Dragons down to the 25 now for the second as they're trying to shift out to the right hand side. That is Moga. We will get to the 35 for the 3rd tackle. Now Aaron Woods getting it out to the left-hand side now. That is Bird again. Bird still fending off tackles. Going off to the side is now Ben Hunt. Gives it off to Amoni. Amoni's still going and he'll get brought down about 45 away from the try line now for the 4th tackle. Yeah, that's for Sewer now. 30 away from the try line now. Last tackle here for the Dragons. Again to the left-hand side to Lomax with the kick. There's a big chase at the moment. It's taken by the Dragons player. It's flicked backwards. Still going last tackle. They get off to the left. They could potentially score. Pass out to Bird. I thought Matt and Max were different. I thought Max was the other brother who isn't playing. Weird out of the website, give him different names. So confusing, yeah. And they're saying it's a knock-on by the Titans here. So it's going to be another scrum feed now for St George. No, it's a challenge here. Lomax flicks it, catches it, flicks it back. The Titans are going to... Does the thing is a one-on-one strip here? Yeah, he's allowed to strip it or like knock it out. Does it go forward? It does. So it does count as a knock-on. So the challenge is unsuccessful. So scrum feed 10 metres out now coming for St George. So a huge chance to extend their lead. So 11.5 gone this game. It's all been pretty even now, but you're starting to see now the Dragons are sentiment really starting to put it onto the Titans for pressure. So here we go. 10 metres out, 11 minutes 38 remaining in the half. So you go scrum on the 10. They'll go to the left-hand side here. Ramsey will get brought down inside the 10 for the first tackle. But on the left-hand side at the moment, they're going to shift it probably to the middle, probably send it forward. They do, and they send out, that is Michael Molo. 5 metres out now, second tackle for the Dragons. Off to the right. Oh, it's a great big barnstorming run. He's just short of the line. It's about a metre short, that Dragons player. Third tackle. Oh, Ben Hunt. Is that Ben Hunt? No, it isn't. It's Number 19 for the Dragons, it's Jaden Sullivan, right from dummy half, dives over, and he hits the gritty. So there we go. It's now 20 points to 6, and it's right under the black dot. It's going to 22 to 6 by the conversion attempt. And so there we go. The Dragons now starting to run away with it. Jaden Sullivan hits a cheeky gritty. It's a bit of a half-assed gritty to say the least, though, but what can we say? It's a gritty nonetheless. That's going to be on every fucking TikTok's montage for like some of the NRL TikTokers. There you go. So Jaden Sullivan's second try of the season. I just realised, no, Siamani Fagai is his last name. It's this player's last name. Oh, God. I think I messed up. Here we go. Zach Lemwich, 2 for 3 for the day, and it's right in front. He should be able to make it 3 to 4 to make it 22 points to 6 to the Dragons. So this will basically keep this game. Oh wait, never mind. I was right. Yeah. No, I fucked up. I thought Siamanu Fagai was a guy's name, but I remember that. But there's a player, Siamanu Fagai. That is his last name. I thought I was confused. I don't think he does, mate. Voss. I know Andrew Voss, mate. I know it's not Warren Voss, it's Warren Smith. I know there's a gun pointed at his head saying, you better fucking promote House of Dragon. But, entering the last 10 minutes of the game, first half, the Dragons will, take chances to be the second tackle here, as that's number Jaden Stewart in 20. Now, Aaron Woods gets to the 30. If the Dragons can get one more try here, it should be certainly over. I feel like. As Jack DeBella now gets to the 40 for the fourth tackle. The Dragons still going here. As they cross over halfway, and it's going to be Stewart again brought down 40 metres away from the try line. Passing it out to the right again. Lomax still with the ball. And he's flicked it about 15 metres forward. And it's going to be a scrum feed. It's going to be a changeover on the 15 for the Titans. But yes, so if the Titans can, I don't know, if the Titans can get one more try before the break, it'll only be a 10-point lead, so it's definitely workable. But by the way the Dragons have been going at the moment, it's not looking likely, as that is Marju goes into the second tackle. Brought down on the Titans 35. Now Campbell's gone on a run. Brought down just shy of halfway for the third tackle. And it's going to be a penalty to the Titans here. It's actually the first penalty of the game. To say the least, it was a crusher tackle there. It's taken about 32 minutes for the first penalty to happen. There has been a few set restarts, but this is the first penalty. Yeah, it was a crusher. Yeah, it's a crusher put on there by Jack Bird. So 30 away from the try line and a full set of 6. There is a chance here for the Titans to start to chew back at the lead. As Tino now gets brought down on the 30 for the first tackle. But to say the least here, it's Boyd. Oh, goes to Campbell. Campbell's broken the line. Gets the pass out to the number 21. I'm just trying to figure out who that was. That's his Paul Turner. Now 5 minutes away from the try line on the far right side. Second tackle. Fafita. You ain't stopping David Fafita there. He gets the try. And it's now 22 points to 10 with a kick to come. You can't stop him there from 10 out. You just can't stop that man. And that's actually one leg of my multi up. Well, To be fair, though, by the other legs, it's probably not going to look very likely. Yep, chat's disconnected. What? Oh, there we go. Yeah, chat's disconnected on here for Streamlabs for some reason, but so there we go, David Fafita. You just don't stop that man. You don't. He's slowly starting to commit to get on the score tally, just like he was last season. Yeah, definitely. So there we go, 22 points to 10. And here's the thing: if the Titans can get another try in the next 6 minutes, then it's gonna be close. It's gonna be like okay. It's gonna be a very close, interesting match. There we go. That's his 6th try this season, David Fafita. So just under 6 minutes remaining in this game. It's going to be Tanner Boyd who's going to take the conversion attempt. There we are. Have you noticed all top five teams this weekend have all scored over 40 points? Yeah, it's actually mental of how many points have been scored this round so far. There's a conversion attempt. It's now 22 points to 12 to the Dragons. But with this momentum here, if the Titans can get one more try before going into the break, it'll only be a 4-point lead. There we go. It's just David Feeder beats over Aaron Woods, fends over. 5 players tried to stop him. That's actually nuts. It's actually a really good try, to say the least. I reckon Emmett Locke would destroy the middles there for next season for sure. He can easily break tackles and make those fast break line breaks as well. Such an impact in middle running hard. Yeah, very much so. That's almost a very deep kick there by the Dragons, trying to feint the Titans to not to go for it, but there we are. So first tackle for the Titans now on the 10. It's Tino now. Breaks one tackle to get brought down on the 20 for the second tackle. So now fourth tackle now for the Titans now on their 40. And they'll shift it off to their left. There's SESA now on the field on halfway now for the last tackle. Tanner Boyd now with the kick. Will be taken on by Ramsey on the 10. Ramsey will only make it to the 15 for the first tackle. It's 4 minutes 20 now remaining. And it's going to be a penalty here for the Dragons. I mean, but also saying on the other side of the coin, if the Dragons can get a try here, then they'll open it back up to a 16-point lead. So, but yeah, it's just weird how these margins can work, to say the least. Conspiracy or coincidence? I don't know. It's odd. I feel like this kind of like round, like what? It's almost like it's from like a round from last year was put in here. Because it was all like absolute beltings like all last year. That's high now. They're going down the left-hand side now, the Dragons. Bird, the ball's popped back out. And it's a knock-on by the Dragons. Are they going to challenge? Yep, the Dragons are going to challenge this. So here we go. Was it a loose carry or was it actually propelled forward by the Titans? Ooh. I think Paul Turner's making a tackle. I don't think he actually is trying to strip the ball. He's trying to tackle it. He's lost it. Yep, there he goes. No intent to strip, so that means the Dragons have lost their challenge, meaning that both teams have lost their challenge in the first half. So the Titans will get the ball on their 40, so it's a good chance here for the Titans, to say the least. Except no challenges remaining, so it's going to be interesting to see at least for the next 43 minutes. Now down to the left-hand side now goes the Dragons. That is AJ Brimson. Gets brought down on the 40 inside of the Dragons half now. So 40 away from the try line. Good chance here for the Titans to potentially get a try just before the break. Make it a bit more interesting in terms of momentum. It's Tino now with the ball. Feeds it off to Boyd. To Campbell. All the way out to Jojo Fafita. He's going to go for the corner. Takes a step. He's still going. But he gets brought down about 2 metres short of the line for the third tackle. Fafita now with the ball. David this time. And David will get held up 15 away from the try line for the fourth tackle. No way, that's a fucking tough call. It's basically been given as an incorrect play of the ball. That's unfortunate. That's a hard call. The problem is that you can't challenge it. Yeah, the Dragons player's pushing him and he's put his foot in. And the problem is though and that's the problem is, Titans don't have a challenge, so they can't challenge it. Those whole loose ball carrying, you can basically just be completely on them. And they just make a slight movement that doesn't make a correct play the ball. It gets challenged, so you're going to see a lot more of it, of absolute, some bullshit of, the defensive players holding on to, getting still staying really close and all that. But yeah, that should have been a certain try there for the Titans. So Dragons now going down the field here pretty quickly now. It's past the 40 now. And they get brought down on the 30. That's Ramsey. So last tackle 30. Yeah, this will be the last set for the Dragons as Ben Hunt puts a kick up in the air. It'll be taken at Marju. And Marju will get brought down on the 15 for the first tackle as we enter the final minute of this first half. And it's a penalty to the Titans. So here's an early kick for touch. Up until this game, there has been 344 points scored. That's just nuts. So that's number 16 there that's for Wide Awake now. 40 away for the first tackle. Huge chance here for the Titans to get a try. Fafita, David. Gets brought down 25 away from the try line. Second tackle. It's another penalty to the Titans. Time is off. 14 seconds remaining. Time's not off. It's still going. Yep, time has stopped. 14 seconds remaining. So, yep, the Titans are going to go for the 2 here to close out. There's a siren will sound. It was high contact. Was it high contact? Oh, yeah, it's a bloody massive hit by Josh Maguire, swinging arms. So, yep, they're going to Titans are going to go for the 2. So here we go. So the Titans now, this is to make it an 8-point game. So here's a conversion attempt, 25 out on the right-hand side here for Tanner Boyd. Here's the kick, and he's got it. So the half-time score will be 22 points to 14 to the Dragons. This game is very much far from over, to say the least. I mean, it's still got 40 minutes, so obviously in a literal standpoint, but also in a metaphoric one in terms of the score. It's not like a team's run away with it or anything. But yeah, it's a big chance here for the Titans to get back into this. No, Ricky! Who are you going to call a weak gutted dog this week, mate? Who are you going to call a weak gutted dog? But anyways, yeah, so... So we're at halftime now. Only 8 points. It's actually very decent to say the least. But, yeah, you feel like with the way things are going, I thought the Dragons are going to run away with it, but the Titans are very much holding their own at the moment. We're a proud club. We were. But yeah, so I don't know what to do for halftime. Shit. I don't know. But Dragons love taking high shots. So is Sims and Maguire so undisciplined this season. Yeah, pretty much. Just a lot of high shots. There's a high shot by him in like the second tackle. It's weird. At least we know what the top 8 is at the cement. The only thing left is what teams finished where. I don't think the top 8's in cement just yet. I think if the Raiders do lose to the Knights, then it will be. But yeah, I think there's still a shot for the Raiders, I think, to still make finals. But yeah, so I'm actually going to go for a bit of halftime break. My voice is starting to kill me at the moment. But we'll go into the halftime with it being 22 points to 14 to the Dragons. Still very interesting to see how this game will look, but we'll be back for the second half. bye.